Hello and welcome back to the channel. This afternoon I'll be talking about the 5 United flops that apparently Ten Hag wants to show the door. He wants them gone. And we'll also be talking about who Lionel Messi recommends is a player worth getting on a free in the summer transfer window. So let's move on. I'm not going to talk about Newcastle, the game against Newcastle United, if I can help it now. So we're going to move on. So who are the five? What is it about these 5 flops that so-called the press are calling them that Ten Hag wants out the door? So Ten Hag is planning, apparently, a clear out of his squad this summer, and he looks to continue to rebuild the club ahead of his second season in charge. The United manager is already looking ahead to his second season in charge at Old Trafford as he continues to build, or should say rebuild, the squad he inherited from interim manager Ralph Rangnick last summer. So according to the Manchester Evening News, United will make Harry Maguire, Eric Bailly, Brandon Williams, Alex Telles and Anthony Martial available for transfer when the window reopens this summer. I could probably name a few other players as well, couldn't you? Anyway, all 5 players have failed to make enough of an impact since Ten Hag's arrival in the summer last year in 2022, and now look destined to leave the club. You didn't need it. You didn't need to be a brain surgeon or have an IQ of 220 to work that out. Well, anyway, club captain Maguire has started just 5 league matches under Ten Hag, whilst Williams, that's Brandon Williams, has been limited to 1 solitary EFL Cup appearance this season, just once. And under Ollie, I think there was a season where he played almost every game, and he grew a little bit as a player. I mean, he grew on me a little bit, and then he just stopped playing, and that was that. So both Bailly and Telles are currently out on loan at Marseille and Sevilla, respectively. Now, in December, I went to watch United with my son. Went to watch against Cadiz. I went to watch against Real Betis. But Sevilla's in the same city as Betis, so we did a ground tour of Sevilla, and I saw Alex Telles. He's in the dressing room. Didn't see him. I saw where he sits, where he gets changed, his picture above it, and his shirt. So about Martial, he's been part of Ten Hag's plans at times this season, but really he's injury prone. So therefore, that's disrupted his chances at United. Really, the fact he's so injury prone. With his appearance yesterday against Newcastle. It's been his first few minutes on the pitch since January. The report from the Manchester Evening News also adds that United are expected to listen to offers for backup goalkeeper Dean Henderson, who is on loan at Nottingham Forest ahead of next season. I think if I remember rightly, he couldn't take it I think he was promised lots of things by Ollie, and then replacing De Gea for whatever reason, and that didn't come about, and he was very disgruntled, if I remember right, and maybe that's coloured his view of the club. Well, we should move him on if he's not happy. Ten Hag is said to want United to be more ruthless with their squad when they're clearing players out the deadwood out this summer, with the overall seen as part of the next phase of his rebuild. Well, a rebuild's continuous. If we learned anything under Alex Ferguson is you never stop rebuilding. So, it's a phase, not the next phase of his rebuild. United are planning on seeing more players leave the club during the upcoming transfer window after spending 210 million on 5 permanent signings last summer. So basically, that is an indication, if that's actually factually correct, that we either need to sell before we buy, and we need looking to recoup some cash. So that tells me the Glazers are skint. I don't know. What's your take on that? Let me know in the comments below. So looking to recoup some of the 210 million that they spent last summer. Ten Hag has recovered. Well, the season we had the 2 poor results at the beginning of the season. And obviously, we won a trophy, won the Carabao Cup, and then obviously yesterday from a massive low, we've now got to recover again. And squad depth quality in depth has been the issue and was always going to be the issue, especially with the likes of Casemiro out and Eriksen injured. We were always going to struggle. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on those 5 players? So, Telles, Bally, Maguire, Martial, and Brandon Williams. I mean, who would you add to that list? Let me know in the comments below. So moving on to the next story that's appeared in the news today. So Man United are open for transfer talks to seal free agent highly rated by Lionel Messi. So by all accounts, Messi vouches for this lad. So United have reportedly opened talks regarding a potential summer deal for the Lyon midfielder Houssem Aouar. I'm no good at pronouncing these names. So Houssem Aouar. That's how I'm going to do it. And the elite level endorsements the 24-year-old has received. So he's received elite level endorsements, one of them from Lionel Messi, including the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner Lionel Messi. Basically, he kind of thinks that this lad's quality, this 24-year-old. Aouar could become a free agent this summer with his Lyon contract set to expire in July. He's a Frenchman. The Frenchman who recently switched his international allegiance to Algeria, so he plays for Algeria, was previously one of Europe's most highly rated young midfielders. And with Eric Ten Hag viewing the area as important to bolster in his second transfer, well, yeah, I mean, in my previous video we were talking about, I mean, we don't have cover for Casemiro, and we don't have cover for Bruno Fernandes. Not really, not in depth quality. And that's exactly what we need to be challenging for the title. So no wonder Ten Hag sees that, the midfield area as an area to bolster, along obviously with, we definitely need a striker. According to Spanish reports, United are in contact with Lyon as they seek to hold talks with Aouar and a potential move to Old Trafford. Given his contract is set to run out in 3 months, Lyon ultimately wouldn't have a say in his future because he doesn't have any extended terms on his contract. So basically, they can't invoke a 1-year extension. He'll be able to move on. The report also claims that United are going to face serious competition from Real Betis. Serious competition from Real Betis? I don't think so. But you never know. La Liga has a bit of a pull still, doesn't it? Whether that's kind of a negative for the Premier League or not, I have no idea. But, I mean, surely if we can finish in a top 4 spot this season, and we're in the Champions League, that gives kind of some of these foreign players more of an incentive to want to come to Man United. And that's why I was so gutted about yesterday's result, because it kind of makes top 4 a doubt again. And, winning the Europa League, whilst we may do it, the likes of Arsenal are still in that competition. I think I might be wrong about that, actually. They got dumped out, didn't they? Yeah, alright. Give me a slap. Got that one wrong. However, anyway, Champions League football is considered a key factor in that player's decision. So, I mean, fingers crossed. Next season, we make it. We're in the Champions League. And we can start attracting better calibre, higher calibre players. Now, I literally haven't watched one of those YouTube dodgy videos where you see a player running around scoring all these goals to some kind of funky music. So I don't know nothing about this player. But you'd assume that maybe if he's getting endorsements to the likes of Lionel Messi, then maybe he's a good player. But what has Messi got in it? What's in it for him? Why is he doing it? Is it out of the goodness of his own heart, or is he some way linked to his agent, or is he his agent, or is Messi got hopes to become an agent at some point in the future? So anyway, those most importantly though about the two stories that I've talked about this afternoon is the fact that Ten Hag will clear out, and we've wanted him to clear out for a long time. Well, we wanted Ralph Rangnick to clear out. We wanted Ollie to clear out as well. But for whatever reason, it wasn't easy for those managers, or possible for those managers, to clear out the deadwood at the club, and it's just become a massive burden financially. Their weekly wage, the fact that they're not playing as well, so they're not being constructive or giving anything to the club. So, fingers crossed, we get the minimum of those 5 out the door. But we get, most importantly, it's not just about lightening the load financially, it's about using that money. So if we recoup 210 million, let's say if that's even possible, to recoup that kind of money, which I don't think it is, will that money ultimately go to Ten Hag, to enable Ten Hag to play, to pay what he needs to pay? Or do the Glazers want to take some of that cash and put it in their back pocket, or pay some of that incredible debt that they've got United into? We can only hope that, it's for the right reasons that you want to recoup that money. But knowing the Glazers, anything's possible. And my initial thought is, no, it won't be. Ten Hag will still struggle to probably bring in more than 1 or 2 real quality players, and we might end up with some unproven people at the club. What are your thoughts? Please let me know in the comments. Smash a like on the video. And thanks for watching. Oh, and help us to reach a wider audience by subscribing. And if you haven't seen, I've got a Patreon link. Will be above this, but on the channel there's a Patreon link. If you can support the channel, help me to improve the content that I bring. Please do. Otherwise, just keep watching. Please like and comment. Thanks a lot. See you again soon.